Hello, dear students. Have you seen the first part of the chapter 6 and read the chapter? Yes? Now, let's start second part of this chapter 6, that is adaptation. First of all, let's see what is adaptation. Adaptation is changes in the feature or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat. What is adaptation? Changes in the feature or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat are called adaptations. एनिमल्स अपने नेचुरल हैबिटेट में अच्छे से रह पाए उसके लिए उसमें बहुत सारे स्पेशल फीचर्स होते हैं जिसको एडेप्टेशन कहते हैं. डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एनिमल्स शोज डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एडेप्टेशंस. इट मे बी इन देयर बॉडी कवरिंग्स, देयर ऑर्गन्स फॉर ब्रीदिंग, देयर वेज ऑफ मूवमेंट और their eating habits. Adaptation in animals is in their body covering, their organs of breathing, their ways of movement or their eating habits. Depending on its habitat like forest, desert, polar regions, mountains, oceans or fresh waters, animal has different features, that is adaptation. First of all, discuss about body coverings. An animal's body covering helps it to live in a particular habitat. Let's discuss about some of them. First one is scales. Fish are covered with a layer of flexible overlapping scales. You can see here in this picture scales of the fish. The body of reptiles such as snakes, crocodiles and lizards too are covered with scales. Most reptiles have horny scales, that is hard, that prevent loss of water from their bodies. Horny scales prevent loss of water from their bodies. Snakes also shed their skin periodically, which is replaced by a new one. You can see in the picture the shaded skin of the snake. So, shedding of skin to acquire a new one is called molting. Shedding of skin to acquire a new one is called molting. स्नेक थोड़े थोड़े समय पे अपनी स्किन निकाल देते हैं और उसकी जगह न्यू स्किन आ जाती है जिसको molting कहते हैं. Second one is shell. Animals such as snails, tortoise and turtles are protected by a shell. You can see here the shell of tortoise. It is very hard. Shell protects the delicate bodies of the animals. When these animals sense danger, they withdraw their head and feet into the shell. Here you can see the tortoise head and feet are inside its shell. Next one is wool or fur. Mammals such as sheep and deer have special body coverings. You have seen goats or sheep having wool. A sheep's body is covered with wool and a bear's body is covered with fur. This covering protects them from rain and cold. Next one is feathers. We know birds have feathers. Birds have feathers as their body covering. Wings are covered with feathers that help them to fly. They also protect the birds from rain and cold. Now, camouflage. Body covering of some animals match their surroundings. This mechanism is called camouflage. It makes the animal hard to spot and protect it from enemies. Body covering of these animals blend with their surroundings so that it will not detected or spotted by the enemies and protected by the enemies. So, what is camouflage? Body covering of some animals match their surroundings. This mechanism is called camouflage. Some animals such as chameleon can ever change their body color to match the surroundings. Chameleon can change its color according to its surrounding. You can see in this picture, the surrounding is green, then chameleon is green in color, and surrounding is brown, then chameleon shows brown color. Here are some facts. First one is shark's teeth are actually modified scales. So shark teeth are modified form of scales. Another one is the porcupine's body is covered with sharp spines. These spines can give painful wounds to its enemies. Porcupine's spines give painful wounds to enemy and protect it from enemies. Now let's remember textual exercise we will solve. Circle the odd one out and give reason for that choice. First one is fish, crocodile, insect, snake. Here the odd one out of this is insect because fish, crocodile and snakes have scales as a body covering, but insects do not have scales as a body covering. Second one is feathers, cuticle, fur and wool. Here odd one out of this is cuticle because feathers, fur and wool are body covering of animals which protect them from rain and cold. Third one is snake, crocodile, lizard and turtle. Odd one out of these is turtle because snakes, crocodile and lizard have scales while turtle has shell as a body covering. Now we will discuss about organs for breathing. All animals breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, but different types of animals have different organs for breathing. How do you breathe? Definitely through nose. Human being and other animals like sheep, goat, cow, horse and so many breathe through nose. From the nose, air is carried to special organs called lungs. Here, exchange of gases take place. Oxygen is given to blood and carbon dioxide is taken from the blood and breathed out through nose. Here in this picture you can see the lungs of human. So air is breathed through the nose and goes to lungs in human being. Fish have special structures called gills through which they breathe. You can see in this picture gills of the fish through which fish breathe. Frogs and earthworms breathe through their moist skin. Frogs also breathe through lungs when on the land. There is no special organ for breathing in earthworms, so earthworm breathe through moist skin. Frogs breathe through moist skin, but when they are on the land, they breathe through the lungs. Here in this picture, you can see the lungs of the frog. Insects such as grasshoppers and cockroaches breathe with the help of a series of tiny holes along the sides of their bodies. These holes are called spiracles. Grasshopper and cockroaches have small holes through which they breathe in oxygen, and these small holes are called spiracles. Now we have learnt about the different breathing organs like lungs in humans and other animals, gills in fish, moist skin in frogs and earthworm, and spiracles in insects such as grasshopper and cockroaches. Let's discuss about organs for movement. Animals move from one place to another for food, water, and shelter. They also need to escape from enemies. So, animals need organs for movement to go from one place to another for food, water, and shelter, and also to escape from enemies. Different animals have different organs for movement. Animals such as horses, cows, dogs, and cats move with the help of their four limbs. The two front limbs are called forelimbs and the back limbs are called hind limbs. Using these four limbs means two forelimbs and two hind limbs, horse can move from one place to another. Human beings walk upright with the help of their two legs or lower limbs. Their upper limbs are called arms. The skeletal system made up of bones and muscular system help in all kinds of movement of a human. So, human being means we all are walking upright with the help of our two legs or lower limbs, and our upper limbs are called arms. So, we can walk with the two lower limbs. In birds, the forelimbs are modified into wings which help them to fly. Birds also have hollow bones which further help in flying. Birds' forelimbs are modified into wings, and using these wings, birds can fly. Birds have hollow bones. It makes its body light so that it helps in flying. Snakes do not have limbs. They move with the help of scales present on the underside of their bodies. Scales present underside of the body of the snake help it to move from one place to another. Frogs hop around using their strong and long hind limbs. They also have webbed feet which help them to swim. When frogs are on land, they are using their hind limbs, means back limbs, for the hopping. But when frogs are in water, they use their webbed feet. You can see in the figure webbed feet which help them to swim. Fish, dolphins, and whales have special structures on their bodies called fins, which help them to swim. Fin-like structures in penguin and seals are called flippers. So, we have discussed about organs for movement. Animals such as horses, cows, and cats have four limbs, two forelimbs and two hind limbs. Human uses their two back limbs for walking. Birds have wings for flying, and snakes have no limbs but they are using scales for movement. Frogs uses hind limbs when they are on land and webbed feet when they are swimming. Fish, dolphin and whales have fins for swimming, and penguin and seals have flippers for swimming. Now let's discuss about eating habits. Different animals have different food habits. Their teeth are modified to suit the food they eat. Based on the type of food they eat, animals can be grouped as herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. Let's discuss about herbivorous. Some animals eat only plants and plant products. They are called herbivorous. Grass-eating animals such as cows, buffaloes and goats have thick pad called the dental pad in the lower jaw and sharp incisor in the upper jaw. You can see dental pad in the upper jaw of the cow and sharp incisors in the lower jaw of the cow. This helps them to hold and pull out grass and leaves. They also have broad premolars and molars. They help them to grind and chew the grass. You have already studied in 4th standard about the types of teeth that are incisors, canine, premolars and molars. So, herbivorous animals has dental pad in upper jaw and sharp incisors in lower jaw to pull out grass and leaves, while broad premolars and molars that help them to grind and chew the grass. Rodents such as squirrels, rabbits and rats have very sharp front teeth to gnaw nuts and seeds. Gnawing means continuously biting the seed to make it in small pieces. So, for gnawing, these rodents have very sharp front teeth. Now, let's discuss about carnivorous. Flesh-eating animals are called carnivorous. For example, lions, tigers and wolves. Carnivorous animals need to attack the prey and tear the flesh. Therefore, carnivorous animals have sharp canines to tear flesh and stronger jaws to crush flesh and bones. Carnivorous animals such as lions and tigers need to attack the prey and tear it. For tearing, sharp canines are very useful. And for crushing the flesh and bones, strong jaws are very helpful. Flesh-eating birds such as eagles have very sharp and hooked beaks that can tear the flesh of small animals. These birds have to tear the flesh, so they have hooked beak. You can see in this picture. Now let's discuss about omnivorous. Omnivorous eat both plants as well as flesh of other animals. Human beings and bears are omnivorous. Human beings and bears eat both plants and flesh of other animals, so they are called omnivorous. So, human beings and bears have well-developed canines for tearing the flesh, as well as broad and flat molars for crushing vegetable matters. You can see in this picture well-developed jaws of human being. Now let's have a summary what we have discussed till now in this chapter. First of all, habitat. The area where a particular animal naturally lives is called its habitat. What is habitat? The area where a particular animal naturally lives is called its habitat. Second one is adaptation. Changes in the features or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat is called adaptation. Changes in the features or behavior of an organism that help it to survive in its habitat is called adaptation. There are different types of habitats such as forests, deserts, polar regions, mountains, oceans, and freshwater. Scales, shells, feathers, and fur are some of the body covering in animals. Nose, skin, and spiracles are some of the breathing organs in animals. Legs, wings, scales, fins, and flippers are some of the organs for movement in animals. After watching video, you have to read chapter also and watch video again. And you have to try to solve the exercise also. In next video, we will discuss about the exercise. Thank you everyone.